We have Jide Alaka waiting for us at the other side, talking to us about the game between the Flying Eagles and Argentina. It's good to have you, Jide Alaka.
Esther Obiek.
I'm sure Jide Alaka is there with us. So for those that don't know, okay, yes, it's good to have you.
Thank you very much, Shitu.
Yeah. You were here the match before Nigeria and Flying Eagles and Brazil. Now, I told you we are going to have you also to talk about that match. What did you see in that match, and why did you have to put ourselves in a position where we have to be the third place best losers, and we are facing the Argentina, who are the record holder for this World Cup? Just tell us your opinion, and I think what you're expecting in today's game.
I believe we're a bit naive. I don't think we looked at the second round objectively before we went into that match, really. And even though we played, let's say, a second team, we should have done better. We were naive in the phases of play. That's basically what cost us that defeat. And you could also say that we were a bit unlucky. We hit I think the crossbar twice and all of that. But not looking forward so much, I think, cost us to lose sight of the fact that we needed to come first or second to not play the host Argentina. We're putting so much pressure on that team. But like someone has always said, if you are going to win a competition, you have to beat all the best sides. So basically, this is another litmus test.
How optimistic are you into this game? Because it's like the value high, low is a value for us now. We're happy on top of the mountain when we defeated Italy. Now, our loss against Brazil, we're in the middle of the value. And now, how optimistic are you in today's game against Argentina? Yeah, Jide.
Hello.
Yeah, how optimistic are you in today's game?
On a scale of 1 to 10, let me say 3. And I would say 3 because
3 is losing hope.
I'm not so sure. It's not that the Argentines have been very, very good. I watched their first match against is it Uzbekistan, and Uzbekistan caused them a lot of problems. I think we can cause them some problems, but I know for a fact that we're not going to be beating black and blue.
Okay.
I know that for a fact.
Okay.
Because I know that Fredericks will be back in defense. Bamayi will shift back to his right back slot and all of that. But I hope that in our transitions, just like I said the last time, I hope that in our transitions we can finish our goal-scoring moves quite distinctly. That's the only thing I've seen from these Flying Eagles. If we can finish off our moves, then we'll have a chance. Even though, like you said, I'm not very optimistic that we'll be able to quieten the crowd and Javier Mascherano's voice.
Okay. There's still more we want to hear from you. If you say that's the only thing you have to say, there's still more we want to hear from you, Jide.
Okay.
You're an expert in this game. You have so many publications. You've been there. And I have to tell people you're a very reverend senior colleague. Look at the pairing. The Africans are going to play against the South Americans. Which of us will escape? Because, when it comes to both sides, Nigeria is going to play against Argentina. Gambia is going to play against Uruguay, and Tunisia is going to play against Brazil that defeated us. Which of us do you think will escape winning? It's not going to be on a good record. It's not going to be if all of us lose against the South Americans.
I don't think so, Shitu. I don't think so. One thing, the first factor that we have to all look at is that both continents, Africa and South America, play very robust kind of football. Yes, we could say that the South Americans are a bit more technical because some of the players in these under-20 teams are already established in the local leagues of those countries. Yes, but if patriotism says that Nigeria beats Argentina today on penalties, and also that Gambia get a ticket to the quarterfinals. Tunisia lost their best player, kind of, so I'm not very convinced that they will be able to do the job against Brazil.
So you expect at least 2 out of the 3 African side, or just 1 out of the African side? Okay,
we need to be optimistic. We are from Africa, so I say 2/3.
Okay, 2/3. We all know Mascherano. Obviously, he's the coach of the under-20, the Argentine side. He spoke and said that they are going to have the day. And with that statement, I'm thinking of Mascherano I know as an Argentine talking and what he has done on the field of play. Mascherano is one of the best in his role, obviously. Do you think you have a technical edge ahead of our own Landa Boso? Jide, do you think Landa Boso will have Mascherano rather will have a technical edge?
You cannot.
Go on.
Yes, I don't think we can measure technical competency from when you played football to when you coach football. Yes, it was a very technical right back or defender in his playing days, and he had a very good career. But Mascherano has been part of the national team of Argentina when Nigeria beat them. I think 4-2 or 4-1 or what. Sometimes we beat them in Abuja and then beat them somewhere else in friendly matches. So I think my honest opinion is that I don't think Mascherano is very, very good or excellently technically adept as a coach. I've seen his teams play, and yes, they have quality individuals, and I would prefer to talk about the individuals. I hope that the Nigerian team can play more like a Brighton side, where you go man for man on everybody, where you do not do arrangements on the pitch or defensive formations. You just say that number 5 you are picking up number 7, number 6 you are picking up number 11, and everybody faces the job for 90 minutes. I would prefer that kind of tactics in today's game, because basically if you let them run, they're going to get a lot of the ball and they're going to get a lot of fouls and all of that. But if you go man for them, and I believe we're as strong as they are, if not stronger physically, I think we would have a chance to get the victory.
Round of 16, African champion is not there. That's talking about Senegal. What do you rather prefer if you are going to have a profile? African champion, not even in the round of 16 of a world tournament, or someone that took the 3rd place or 2nd place in the round of 16? Because football is so dicey. What's really more important?
Well, if you want me to say the truth, I will take a trophy.
Okay.
I will take the trophy because, like you said, I'm not very optimistic that any African team can win this World Cup. And they never write on even if you go to your Wikipedia page, that most times they don't write round of 16 qualifier. They will either write whether 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. So as long as we are, if our teams, Nigeria, Gambia, or Tunisia, get to the semi-final, yes, that is a victory. But if not, winning the African title is...
Does it seem any of them will get to that stage?
It's a great moment in any young player's life.
Do you think any of them will get to that stage? Jide, I'm asking if you said in the profile, when you check that profile, what they write is the winner, first runner-up, 3rd place. Nigeria, Gambia, Tunisia. Do you think any of them will get to the 3rd place or the semi-final? Okay. Obviously, there's more to talk about the match between Nigeria and Argentina taking place later tonight. But it's also interesting to know that Nigeria has only been to the final twice. At the closest to history as we speak right now is in 25 when we lost to Argentina in the final. Jide, I hope we get Jide back so that he can tell us.
Yes, I'm here, Shitu.
Okay, thank you very much for your consistency. Do you think it's high time for Africa to we're worried. No African side except Ghana has been to the final of this tournament and they won it. Oh, we've been to the final in 2005. Does anything say that this might be a team of 2005?
You're putting me on the spot, Shitu.
You've always been on the spot. You're an expert in this, so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Like we said, we discussed the other time. The 2005 team had some exceptional individuals, and you could see in the voting for the best player, Nigeria had two people. Mikel came second, Tai Taiwo came third, while Messi came first in the best player diadem. Can we say that we have that same crop in this team? I would say no. I would say no. Maybe it is coming too soon for some of the players because somebody like Fredericks that plays a centre-back is 17 years old. You could say that it's coming too soon. You understand? In the 2005 team, we had I think Onyekachi Apams, Adeleye. They were the group of players who made the step up straight to the Super Eagles.
Yes. So,
but from this team, let's be very factual. I don't see anybody stepping up from this team immediately into the Super Eagles. So maybe not really, Shitu. Maybe not. Maybe not.
So you've answered this in the past interviews, but I'm asking, what makes the Argentine, the Brazilian side exceptional in under 20 and not so much exceptional in the under 17?
Okay, like you said, at under 17 level, whatever level of football you are in, whether in Africa, or in Europe, or in South America, the development is almost the same. It is raw. There's a lot of running. There's a lot of mistakes. But immediately you join a professional cycle, that means you get registered like as a professional. Then some of those things get ironed out over time. So like I said the other time, most of these players in Europe, in South America, get into this professional side at 15, 16.
Okay.
And they come for these World Cups at 19.
Okay.
So basically they've had between 2 to 3 years of playing truly professional league football, where they are under the pressure of delivering results for, let's say, 38 weeks continuously.
Okay.
At that point, that is what differentiates them from whether it is from Africa or elsewhere. Because our own players from that under 17 level,
yes, except
they get bought overseas or taken overseas, don't have that same level of development again. We can even say that their developments are stymied by the local leagues because we do not have the infrastructure, both human and physical, to develop these players further. So we find them lagging behind, even though they were, let's say, they were even better than those.
That's Jide Alaka. I hope we can get him back. I was about putting him on the spot. Maybe you give us a prediction of today's game between Argentina and the Flying Eagles. But I think his luck on his side. With very difficult technical issues, we might not be able to get him. When he comes back, we'll still have that question, if time permits us, to ask him what is going to be the scoreline in today's game. So if you're just watching us also, you can join us on all our social media platforms. You could go on YouTube, comment section. You could go on Facebook, the comment section, Twitter and Instagram and just give us your scoreline in today's game between the Argentine side and the Flying Eagles side. But this is not to scare you. The Argentine side are 6 times record holder of this tournament. Okay, Jide, Alaka, I think final question. I want to put you on the spot. Now that you're back, I was thinking you're going to escape that. But scoreline, Argentina versus Nigeria.
2-2, final score after 120 minutes. Nigeria win 5-4 on penalties.
No, 2-2 after extra time. Nigeria wins via penalty. 5-4
on penalties.
5-4 penalty. In front of it is written Jide Alaka. We'll call you next time to tell you whether that comes true or not. Thank you very much, Jide Alaka, for always being part of the show.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you very much, Chitu, for always having me. Nice to see you again.
Thank you very much, my very respected senior colleague.